Hey guys, welcome to the weekly Scholar Strategy Review. So in this week, what I realized is US was coming out with a lot of pertinent information that was going to make the currency very volatile. All right, so I avoided trading my AUD USD and USD CAD. And seeing from what there is going on here, probably for good reason, right? Like these wicks are just gross. And the fact is that it was kind of in midst of consolidating, and then all this kind of crap happens, right? So this is not at all what you want to be trading in. Okay, very good opportunity to see what crap looks like. Okay, guys. So this, whenever the bands are this close together, right? I mean, if you go the entire width of the bands, and if it's not more than about 150 pips, I would say, depending on the pair, right? This is only 100 in between the furthest apart. You know, at their tightest, I would avoid it. If it's, sitting around right there, 136, I would avoid it, right? You can see how everything's bunched up. It's not looking really good. Okay, AUD USD, same story here. They're starting to bunch up. Not interested in trading this. Just be forewarned, folks, I'm still battling the flu. I thought it'd be over by now, but this is going into week 3. It's been a really shit flu season so far. So if you hear any crunching, that's just me finishing off a lozenge. I'm going to be sipping on some tea and perhaps some hacking and coughing in between there. So bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get these videos out for you anyway. Okay. The two pairs that I really like trading this week were CADJPY and EURJPY. Now let me show you why. Okay, I just drew these up here just so I have templates to copy and paste. But okay, what I really want to show you is when it was going from here at the end of last week. Okay, end of last week. I mean, technically that was Friday, but the week before. Okay, so Friday, as you can see, the bands have all decided to point upwards at that point. So on Sunday, look at this. Sunday, great entry, win. After that, oh, this would have been so close. But if you would have saw it on the 30-minute, it would have been pretty tight, right? What was the 30-minute like? Yeah. So can we call that a win? It depends, right? Like that would have formed, I think, as that one would have closed off, right? So technically, that's not a win, right? Because it didn't hit the pivot line. However, even if you would have taken it off that candle, it still would have won. So that would have been at your discretion. Okay, strictly following the rules, that can't be counted as a win. All right, so there's that. So the next one, if I would have taken this trade, it would have triggered here and then went down. But it did not go down 15 pips, I believe, did it, right? So that's only 10. And then it went up more than 15, so that was a break even. And then it started dropping. So now when I saw the next pivot line forming, I'm like, you know what? I'm not trading this one because now it's going counter of what I saw happening in the past, right? But then when I saw the lines finally cross afterwards, right? And then this pivot line form below it, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a sell. Now I'm a little bit more comfortable on that one because at this point, white was almost horizontal. I have 3 EMA lines pointing down. Good chance to take that. Sure enough, that was a win. Next one, it was very close, didn't trigger. Same situation that happened here, just a little bit off. Didn't trigger, so trade not taken. But then the next one right here was a little choppy to start with, almost hit the stop loss, right? But then profit was hit. Took a while. I mean, almost an entire 12 hours or so, maybe more, right? 7 in the morning, 7:30, it got hit. I'm going to switch that back to the 1 hour. All right. Okay. The next one, however, okay, this would have been I guess we even have to go on a 30-minute on this one, right? So as you can see, this one happening. Okay, as this was dropping down and down and the pivot line formed up there, this for me would have been a sell. Okay, I would have tried to take a sell on this pivot line, but the issue was that this just skyrocketed right through it. So that would have been considered a loss. Okay, personally, I didn't actually take that trade. I had a feeling that this was only a temporary move down, but that besides the point, right? Like I said, I like to do market structure analysis too. So when I saw that the bottom was right there, for it to go even deeper, I mean, it's going to be tight, you know. But let's say following the rules in total, right? So right now we have 2 wins, a break even, 3 wins, and 1 break even and 1 loss, right? So 3 wins, 1 break even, 1 loss. So overall, just on CADJPY last week, we're looking at 8-1. So not too bad. EURJPY. All right, I marked that up. So let's see, that was Monday, Tuesday. It was right Sunday. Okay. So here we go. Thursday was climbing, Friday it was climbing, so the first trade would have been right here. So if we take a look at that, I'll just move this guy over. I'll copy and paste that. Okay, first trade. Now don't mind that big box. I'm going to shrink that down for now. Where's my 45? There we go. Oh, stop loss. Wrong. Come on. All right, good enough. Okay, so first trade of the week, win. Not too bad. Next trade, I'm like, okay, let's try that. Let's try a buy again, right? We're not even close, right? So it just kind of started shooting down. So that was a loss. So 1 win, 1 loss. Went down. This one I didn't take yet because, as you can see, you know, why am I going to take a buy? Because this pivot line is lower than the previous, and half the lines are starting to point down now. So I left this one alone and kept going, and then I saw right here we're forming. Okay, so this one, you know, it looks like it sucked a little bit, but I actually entered this on a buy or a sell stop. So I jumped in on that after 8 o'clock. So if we take a look at the 15-minute time frame, okay, I took it right as this candle sort of started going up again, right? Like you could see that this is incredibly close to wick off of that entry zone, and technically it should have been, but I think my broke, what is this? So if we take a look at how much this actual spread was, it was like 0.4 pips, right? I think my broker spread just kept me out of that trade, so that was saving my bacon because I got saved from entering that and going into a stop loss, right? But it finally entered right there, and then TP hit 15 minutes later, so that was a very quick win. Okay. Now, I mean, I want to say that everything is based on skill and there's no luck involved, but that was just, you know, luck of picking the right analysis, and I guess my broker was with me this time around. Most of the time when I see spreads like that, it's, you know, I missed the trade and I'm out the money rather than losing 15 pips. So not too bad. If we want to go all technical and enter everything with that, let's call it a loss, okay? Just for just for argument's sake. Now, there was a potential for a second entry off of that, right? As you can see, it kind of went down, popped back up onto the line, right? You could potentially take it, potentially not. Like I said, for strictly following the rules, 1 entry per pivot line, that would have been it. Okay, so we have 1 win right here, and that would have been a loss right away, like I said, correct? It was a 30-minute time frame, yeah. So that was a loss. So that is right now 1 win and 2 losses, unfortunately. Okay, but then that's a win, that's a win. So now we're at 3 wins and 2 losses going down. And then we see here, this would have just been a break even, right? There's nothing exciting going on with that. This trade, I don't even know if that should have been taken, right? When you see that everything's been consolidating for a little while, very likely it's going to switch positions, right? Might start going up, might start going down, could be very volatile. Again, if this one was entered, right, nothing wrong with that. And so close, right? I mean, look at that, 41.4. Sucks, but it's not a profit, right? Granted, I mean, if it starts going up and the next pivot forms and it does a little bit of that zigzaggy crap, yeah, you can still draw some profit, right? Maybe even a 2 to 1 or a 1.5 to 1. Either way, it's better than just breaking even when you came so close. Okay, so there's that. And then when I noticed that this kept touching that pivot line and then this one formed lower, I didn't believe that this was going to drop further down. Okay, especially because break even, and this would have been the entry right here, that would have been at a loss right away. I did not see this going down further. Okay, thing is, even if you took the entry, would that have been a break even for this? 12 pips. Nope, this would have been a loss, right? Let's say took both trades. Okay, so now we have a break even and a loss. So overall 3 losses, 3 wins, and 1 break even. Okay, now starting off the week, already there's a win, right? It's nice that I show you Sunday night instead of Saturday because Sunday is live. So here's a win for the week to start off. But overall, 3 wins, 3 losses, not the worst week to have, right? That's still 6 to 1 risk to reward overall. So with CADJPY and EURJPY, 8 to 1, 6 to 1 for the week of, what was it, October 31st to November 4th? Why can't I get my dates right? Yeah, November 4th, right? From Monday to Friday. That was a 14 to 1 risk to reward week off of 2 currency pairs and approximately 15 trades, right? So not too shabby. Going forward, this is looking like it's going to be nice buys, right? This is what I like to see. Everything is with trend. You see it keeps climbing. Personally, with this, I would let this keep going. See, I didn't close this off at 45 pips. I'm still in. I don't see this switching anytime soon. And I'm sitting at 62 pips in profit. I moved my stop loss up to 45. Right? So now my stop loss is in profit. Right? Way up here. So yeah, nothing to worry about there. Even if it does reverse down, I'm fine. I'll still make my 3 to 1, and right now it's 4 to 1, slightly higher, right? 4.24 to 1. Just to show you guys, right? EMAs are a great sample to see how far things will keep going, right? Like if you see something like this, right, and it keeps going, and then you have a little bit of a pullback. Thing is, it's already at the profit stage. If it went up there and then pulled back and it knocked you out, you're 3 to 1, fine, right? But when you took an entry here, for example, and then you see that sharp pull up that way, right? Because it would have been, oh wow, look at this, it's almost a 5 to 1. It is a 5 to 1, and then it pulled up. You know what? But you moved up your stop loss as this was going into profit. There's no way in hell you should be sitting at break even still when you've been over 3 to 1 in profit. Okay. At that point in time, you're not following any rules. You're not mitigating your risk. You're just winging it. And you're flying by the seat of your pants. All right. That's not what you want to be doing with this strategy. This is to mitigate risk and to help you profit even on wacko trades like this. Oh my gosh, look at USD. Here we go. Right? Starting to move even more. Right? It had a little lower number, but that's fine. So you can see this gap that opened for the day. So yeah, very, very odd. So it's going to have to fill that. Anyway, that's it for the Scholar strategy, guys. Hope it's been working out for you if you've been trying it. If you haven't been trying it, what the F are you waiting for? Right? Even try it on a demo account. I promise you won't be disappointed. Just follow the rules and you'll see what happens. Take care, guys. See you next week.